Hello and welcome to the Euros Daily Debrief. How are you doing without any Euros football for the last couple of days? We've got no games tonight, no games last night, but we do have the round of 16 starting on Saturday evening. And I'm here to give you some predictions for how I think this round will go. On Saturday, we have Switzerland against Italy first at 5 o'clock. Now, this one is one of the most difficult ones to predict, I think, because Switzerland have been really, really impressive in the group stages. Italy, though, as I mentioned in my last video on them, just have a knack for finding a way as they did. I mean, they'd be out if Matteo Zaccagni hadn't scored in the 98th minute in that game against Croatia. This is a really, really mediocre Italy team on paper, but they still have that mentality. They still have that never say die attitude. Switzerland famously helped Italy not qualify for the World Cup in 2022, and I think that they could cause problems here. I will go for an Italy win, though, because of that mentality thing. I think it'll be 2-1 to Italy. I don't think Italy are going to go too far beyond the quarterfinals, but I do think that they will reach them. So next up, it's the hosts, Germany against Denmark. This one is a lot more straightforward. Denmark didn't win a game in the group stages. They impressed in parts against England. They were the better team, I thought, but that doesn't say much given the talk around the current state of Gareth Southgate's side. Germany were my dark horse in the predictions at the very start of the tournament. I think that they should ease through here with quite a comfortable 3-1 victory. Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz are looking good. So I just think that the Germany are going to have far too much for the Danes. On to Sunday, 5 o'clock, Gelsenkirchen. It's England against Slovakia. Martin Dubravka, a Newcastle goalkeeper, in goal for Slovakia. That they'll be difficult in the same way that Slovenia were. They'll sit deep, they'll cause problems on the counter-attack, they'll try and frustrate England. And that might very well work because England are not in the best shape, as mentioned before. Phil Foden's back from the birth of his third child, should be available. I think he should start Anthony Gordon. I think England will just about make it through with a 1-0 victory. I don't think it's going to be pretty. I don't think it's going to be the best performance. I think that they're going to be effective. I think they're going to get over the line by hook or by crook. And then hopefully in the quarterfinals, when they meet either Switzerland or Italy, they can grow into it. And then in the evening, this is my favourite tie of the whole round. Spain against Georgia. I think Georgia, as I mentioned yesterday, after they beat Portugal, the way that they've attacked this tournament and just played with no fear, played with a bit of freedom on the counter-attack, used Kvaratskhelia really, really well. The fact that Spain are playing really well probably puts them through fairly comfortably here, but I think Georgia will cause a little bit of a stir for Spain. I think it'll be 3-1 to Spain, but I think that it could be a difficult evening in parts for them. Then we go on to France against Belgium. Now, France, everyone just expects them to pick up, and they will pick up, I'm sure, but they haven't been particularly good so far. They finished second in their group. Belgium, though, have been an unmitigated disaster. Very lucky to get through, I think, in their group stage. So I don't see any problems for France here. I think this will be a straightforward 2-0 victory for France. Kylian Mbappe will get a second goal, will put himself in the picture for the Golden Boot, as I predicted in my preview of the tournament. I think France will be fairly comfortable here and will get through. And we've got Portugal against Slovenia. Portugal are another of those teams I just expect to get through to the last stages. They weren't very impressive against Georgia, as mentioned, but they did rest a number of players. Cristiano Ronaldo should not play. He slows them down a little bit like Luka Modric. It's just an example of a tournament too far at this level. This has been a tournament for young players. Ronaldo has struggled quite badly, and I think if they play Ramos, they bring Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes back in, they should have far too much for Slovenia, who have not really got the best out of Benjamin Sesko. He's had a thigh issue over the tournament. I think this is very much the end for Slovenia. We've got Romania against Netherlands. Now, Netherlands are very lucky that they've got a team that in Romania that aren't necessarily that strong. I think Netherlands, a lot like Belgium, just haven't really done enough to impress. They've won in their opening game, and then they were very, very poor in that game against Austria. So I think that the Netherlands will just about scrape through 2-1, but I think that this one's going to be a very, very iffy game. Really, beyond that game against Ukraine, haven't really shown that they can really do it against the top side. Austria against Turkey, this is another one that's absolutely brilliant. Turkey have been a great watch. Austria have been the team of the tournament. I think I'm just going to go for Turkey, I think. Just maybe off vibes, I don't know. I think Turkey might just make it through. Austria have been really, really, really impressive, but I think Turkey have got more going forward, would make the difference. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Turkey. Thanks very much for joining me. I'm going to give tomorrow a rest because there's no matches today, so I'll be back on Sunday to look back on the games from tomorrow. See you then. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you then. Cheers.